welcome back to another video on Wrestling. And today we have got NXT Out of 10. It's one of the most important NXTs of the year. Spring break in week 1. This could be the last time multiple stars competed before heading to the main roster. Trick Williams looked to ride his wave of momentum and steal the NXT Championship from Ilya Dragunov, and we had a triple threat for the Women's Championship to begin with Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyria versus Tatum Paxley. And after a competitive battle in which all three women nearly got the win, Tatum caught Lyra with a 450 splash, only for Roxanne to fly in with a crucifix pin to claim the victory. It's a great contest to open the show, and it showcased all three women. In particular, it's a big step up moment for Paxley, who looked like she belonged throughout. In fact, the crowd seemed most invested in the upset and was booking the end, so Paxley was far closer to the title than anyone else could expect. Assuming the Prodigy 6 round post-draft, Perez v Paxley is definitely an interesting direction that we can go in, and yeah, I can see Lyra going to the main roster, so that may get rid of her. But yeah, I thought this was a really fun match to kick off, and definitely a star-making performance for Paxley. So on the whole, great start to the show, and gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Before it's time for the family taking on No Quarter Catch Crew. While Dempsey, Kemp and Bourne looked great together, the family divided and conquered. Tony D planted Dempsey with a spine buster for a kill count. The family and No Quarter Catch Crew worked like the stars that they are, and their careers depended on it here. The constant move constantly and highlighted the true chemistry of Dempsey, Kemp and Bourne. Even though it's still the best heels have looked, the family still unmatched them for a move. The Don is still a main event player in the ring, while Stacks look great every time out, and Luca Cristofino has matched their energy well early on. With this win, D'Angelo should get the next shot at the Heritage Cup, though it's hard to imagine Don can afford to lose during his singles run. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I thought, decent match, but yeah, kind of felt like a mismatch in many ways, which may bring it down a bit. Before it's time for Fallon Henry against Jaden Parker. Henry was rolling over Parker with big strikes, but a costly distraction from OTM at ringside set up Parker to plant Henry with a teardrop hip check for the win. NXT's refusal to push Henley is growing concerning, with a draft likely to call out multiple talented women. It'll be interesting to see what happens to her. She should not be losing clean to Parker. While Parker is growing popular with fans and has a long way to go, it's getting a big push too fast. This match was all Henley, and it should be continued to build her up as the favourite to win a North American Championship. And there's a dramatic plan for Henley soon, winning gold or turning heel. She kind of seems to be being wasted a bit on this brand, which is a bit concerning. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Before Natalya and Lola Vice signed their contract for the NXT Underground match, Lola Vice then revealed that Baszler and her training partner Carmen Petrovic knocked out the Queen of Spades, and Natalya sent Vice into the crowd at ringside. This was expected by the Queen of Spades appearance. It's a fun segment that didn't need to build to for a contest for such limited build, but yeah, there's a different vibe to Baszler in NXT. She comes off as untouchable, probably based on her previous work, and also her MMA expertise in the past, which really added onto it. Ava sold this as a monumental moment for women's wrestling, but NXT Underground's hardly legacy to match up the promise. It's only the third of its type in WWE. Before Blair Davenport took on Soul Rooker in a beach brawl, Davenport unleashed the anger of Soul Rooker, who looked very comfortable laying in her shots for her rival. Rooker caught Davenport with a springboard Soul Snatcher for the win. While the props at ringside got too silly in moments, this was a solid battle that showed Rooker's major upside as a performer. She can execute big, especially with a veteran opponent. The right woman won, as Rooker should be gearing up for a major climb in the NXT rankings after the draft. She has to be a solid favourite to become the first ever women's champion. Davenport NXT run should be over from here. She's lost every big rivalry and has become a main roster, a mid-card player who's definitely capable of moving up to the main roster. So I think it makes sense. It gets 6 out of 10 from me. But moving on then to Baron Corbin against Lexis King. King fought back to Corbin and then found a chance to hit a low row from behind the referee's back. King fired out with a coronation for the win. While it was more solid than outstanding, this was by far the best match of King's NXT career so far. Though Corbin's always reliable, he showed that time again is returning with the gold brand. In most situations, King should not be picking up a win over someone at Corbin's level. However, this feels like an unofficial farewell for the former Lone Wolf, who is ready to head back to Raw or SmackDown. He put over an NXT heel and needs to step up this year with this to take it as far as he can. Is King ready? He hasn't shown it yet, but I think NXT will give him every chance. So yeah, this was a good start. Gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Before it's time for Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams. And yeah, Ilya and Trick went to war for the last time. For this time, no, Trick would not be denied. In a Mirror Their Vengeance they matched. At the end saw them collide in the middle of the ring, but it was the Trick knee that sealed it this time. In unsurprising news, the battle was electric. Trick and Dragunov have always clicked. This was a little rushed in comparison to their Vengeance Day war, but the two maximised their minutes. There was little time to sell, but the two hit the big spots in the crowd for a frenzy. It lived up to its promise as a true passing of the torch moment. NXT did everything they could to sell this as an important match. In particular, everyone sold this as Trick's moment, the chance to prove he's ready to run. While Trick completes his initial journey, he will need to prove he can sustain this as the champ. Dragunov will now likely head to the main roster and should be an immediate contender. He's on this level with Gunther, and yeah, just all of this was absolutely brilliant. Gets an 8 out of 10 from me. And overall, NXT Spring Breaking gets a 7 out of 10. I thought, yeah, a really fun show. Lots going on. I think most of the stuff on the card clicks, which is great to see, obviously. And yeah, just on the whole, a really fun card from start to finish. So yeah, gets 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, just really good stuff across the board. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.